everybody. I know it's Wednesday, it's not Friday. And we laugh because we have a friend in Canada that says, we say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And it's like, he's always asking us, why is it Thursday and the rest of them are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I don't have an answer for that, but it's Wednesday. This is not the FNL. But so much has happened. I just felt like I needed to go live. First of all, how long did it take us? That's what I was asking you to get to drive here from Cimarron.
Hour and a half.
Yeah, really? Probably two, huh?
Hour and a half. Well, by the time we stopped and got gas.
Yeah, everything. Probably 2.5 hours. So when Google says a certain amount of time that you plug in your destination and Google always tells you how long it's going to take. I don't double that, but like if it says an hour and 15 minutes, I'll tack on at least 45 minutes to it because driving my RV at its old age, I think I'm going to get a sign on the back of it that says, she's old and slow and so is the driver, so go around. Because, I mean, going... I'll tell you about our day today, but it's the last 2 or 3 days have just been like insane. And so I haven't gotten a video up, and I thought, you know what? I'll just go live and share with everybody. And for my patrons that are on here and that are going to see it after the fact, to my KOKO Fam, I'm sorry I didn't give you a heads up. I usually try to give you a heads up sooner, but this was kind of impromptu. We just got back into camp. I'll turn it around and show you where we're at. We are at Story Lake. Y'all recognize our little cabana there. And then down there's the lake, but it is so low, you really can't see it from here anymore. Used to, you could see the lake, but you really can't see it much anymore because it's so low. But it is the end of August and had summer heat and everything. So let me look at the comments and then I'll tell you about our day, our week. It involves multiple round trips, an emergency dental visit, stuff getting stolen out of camp, a $3,200 bill for Phoenix that I'm going to talk about, and Jenna had a flat tire, all in the last 48 hours. It's just like, And anyway, so I thought that I would do a live stream with you guys, and I'm so glad that y'all are here. Richard Albert, love you, darling, and thank you for everything today. Suze at Large is on. Do drop in. Hey, Cindy and Mike, I didn't even get a chance to tell y'all I was going live. We literally, and I popped my hood, but I didn't open it. I meant to open the hood of my RV because she got so hot today. Driving in the heat on the highway. We did a 5-hour round trip today to get some things taken care of, and we didn't know it would be that long. And of course, it was a hot day. Do you feel like talking to him while I go pop the hood or open the hood?
You want me to open it?
Yeah, or talk to him, one of the two. She goes, hell no, I'm going to go open the hood. I ain't talking. She's tired. It has been crazy, crazy, crazy. She's popping it. Can y'all hear her popping it? It is a lot in the last 48 hours. Susan Jack says she's pedaling as fast as she can. I know I've seen those signs and I thought about doing something like that, but I really think I want to get painted on there. She's old and slow and so is the driver, so go around. We'll see. I don't know. Our friend the Dan van, he got a cute sign that says "I'm retired, go around," and it's got an arrow, and that's really cute. Oh, Joan is on. Joan Rock Pringle. She's in Bend, Oregon, and all the smoke was gone this morning. Yay! So glad to hear that. Judy is stopping in the midst of remodeling, sort of. Are you sort of stopping, or are you sort of remodeling? Which is it, Judy? That's right, Sally, and I'm so happy to see you on here. Sally says there's Google time and then there's RV time, and that's it right there. You can never go by just what Google says when you're driving an RV. It's just impossible. And Like Living Bee is on, and Judy says I'm scaring her. Tell me about it. Connie Waddell, can't wait to meet you at KOKO Fest, and thank you so much. Looking forward to that. Judith Williams Hudson, hi Debra, Jenna, and everyone coming from hot Southern California. I'm just glad that you are okay, Judith, and that you made it home from your mother's in Hawaii and then made it through that hurricane that hit. And I've checked on my friends that are in Florida today, and my heart is with everyone there. And I hope that you're doing well, remodeling, Judy says. Hey, Dan Van. And so as y'all know, if you watched our videos, we were with the Dan Van and C-Dub's Journey, and by we, I mean me and Frugal RV Gal, and Trekking with Tony came for the last couple of days, and we were outside of Eagle Nest. Jenna and I were there.
Rob was there.
And oh yeah, sorry. Rob's part of the story. That's why I didn't get to him yet. And those three left. And oh wow, Judith, your mom used to live in Lone Pine. I did not know that. Love Lone Pine and Bishop. Squirrel, sorry. And anyway, those three were camped with us, and they left, and they came here where we are now. But they left the morning we were headed this way. So, that's what nomads do. We come and we go. And after they left, Rob was with us a few more days. He was there the whole time. And we went fishing one more time, and we caught 3 big, and this isn't a fisherman's tale. They were big trout, but that's the only 3. I think that was the last 3 in the river because we were there a good 4 or 5 hours, I think. And once we caught those 3, we didn't even get any more bites. And we went to Dan, so we went to the broken tree spot. So Jana always cracks up. I'll tell y'all about I'm going to tell y'all about these last 48 hours in a minute, but. And at the same time, I'm trying to cool off. While I was driving today, we had to go to Santa Fe, and I'll tell you about Phoenix in a minute. But we had to go to Santa Fe, and I'm still so hot. And it got up to 96 in my RV. Now I will tell you, I had my neck fan on. My AC blows coolish, kind of room temperature air. And I had my dashboard fans going. And Bandit didn't even start panting until we got close here to Las Vegas, New Mexico, where we're camped. He didn't even start panting till we got to the city limits. So I was really happy that he was okay, but his mama got so hot. And then when I parked, I immediately got up and I went back and I looked at my thermostat, and it was 96 in that stupid RV. So that's why I wanted Jana, and thank you, Jana, she went and opened my hood, and Dan, she did the Fonzie deal to open it, and so that engine can cool off. I had a mechanic tell me that when you have an old carburetor engine like Phoenix, that when it gets hot like that, that help it out as much as you can, and open the hood when you get parked. And
I'm not putting ice on the engine.
She said, I'm not going to go put ice on the engine. I'm not going to do that. I didn't ask her to do that. And he didn't say to do that.
Anything you can to cool it down.
Yeah, oh Lord. Anyway, so I'm not wearing makeup. That's heat red. That's heat red. But it's all good. I knew it was going to get hot today, and I was prepared. The only thing that I forgot to have up front with me was my spray bottle. But as soon as I got here, Jana reminded me to spray myself down with some water, and got here under this beautiful cabana, and there's not a breeze today, but I'm good. Let me take a drink. Talk amongst yourselves. Take a drink. So Dan and Dubs and Tony left, and then we got to go fishing one more time with Rob, and he left. And we'll see Rob in 4 or 5 weeks, and then Jana will see everybody in Texas. I guess I should go ahead and just share. I'm not going to Texas this year, especially after the bill that I just got today. And how much did he tell you? So Jenna had a nail in her tire, and so she got that fixed today. But if you got new tires, did he give you a price? 2,000, wasn't it? Close to 2,000 for new tires on her truck. Well,
because you got to get 6 of them.
Because you have to get 6 of them. Well, I'll tell you all about Phoenix in a minute. I just don't want to address it just yet. But we went to Santa Fe today to get stuff taken care of and came back, and I don't remember where I was, so let me look at comments. Hi, Lisa Roth. And I think I said Judy. Oh, Joanne says it's Joan says it's 73. It's 8. I think it got up to 88 here, and so that's not really hot. 88's not bad. But in my, do you smell that? No. In my rig, what happens is the engine heat comes through the cab, and I don't have any flooring on the cab right now. Y'all remember last year the heater core went out, and my cousin Mike and Cindy are on here. Mike walked Jana through doing the bypass on the heater core, and it saturated my floor, and we had to take the carpet and everything out, and I just would hand her tools or whatever she needed and help with elbow grease strength when I could, which wasn't very often. And I learned that I don't know names of tools. I'd hand her something and she'd be like, no, that's a wrench. And she'd ask for something else. She'd be like, yeah, no, that's a whatever. I'm pretty useless in that department, but I was there for moral support. But especially with not having carpet in the cab. And then there's a couple of holes. I don't know why. So all that heat from the engine comes in. And so that's why the cab, the RV gets so hot when we're traveling. So it's not that it's that hot. Okay, let me see who all's on here. 94 in Denver today, Sue's at large. That's crazy. My friend David lives there, and they're going to the mountains this weekend. Let's see. Heat red looks good on you. Thank you, Judy. That's so sweet. Oh, I caught a brown trout. I didn't know what it was, but that is cool, Judy, that some people are catching brown trout there. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Hotter Bishop. Oh man, yeah, today, but I think there's some fronts coming through that are going to cool everything down. I think so. I hope so. Richard, who's on here, he was telling me today, we were talking on the phone a little while ago, and he was telling me that it's 115 again in Phoenix area today. And for the first time all summer, they've made world news because they've been above 100 digits, triple digits in the hundreds since early summer, and it hasn't dipped down. But he thinks tomorrow they might go below 100. Oh, good, Kate Mitten, good for you. You bought a Ford F-350 Super Duty. I love fancy free. I'm so happy for you. That is awesomeness. Hi, Alicia. Good to see you, my darling. That's my great niece on here. And Tony says it's hot in Santa Rosa. Flies and ants. Yeah, the bugs are bad in Santa Rosa. I don't know why, but they are. And Cindy says it's 108 there. And of course, you sent me that a text the other day, Cindy, where you showed me it was 114. There in I think in the shade on your porch, and it's a Lollapalooza tribute this year, Joan. And no, I'm not going to Texas this year. For one, they moved it up a week, and so it butts up right against my annual meetup, and I can't do that kind of travel and energy and get back and have 2 days or even just it would be traveling right up to the time to get there and start my meetup. And so usually it's a week earlier, but it's for a good reason. It's because the Dan Van is going to be celebrating his mom's 85th birthday. Woo! And so it got moved a week for that. And so that's awesomeness. That's not a problem. But between that and cost and getting ready for my annual event, the KOKO Fest 2023, I will not be going to Texas this year. And so, oh, no worries, Joan. So I'm really, really more than ever. I mean, I'm always looking forward to my annual event and seeing everybody that can make it there. But especially this year, I'm really looking forward to it because I don't get to go to Lollapalooza. So that's that. Okay, so we went fishing. And we were getting ready to leave Cimarron and drive here, and it's about a 2.5 hour drive. Well, about 2:30 that morning, so I'm going to tell you about the last 48 hours. It's been crazy. Linda in Texas, yeah, that's where my Dan says it's my fault. Oh, well, you know, you could go back to your grandparents having your mom giving birth to her that much. So we can blame your grandparents. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So I love how close you are to your mom, Dan, and that you're going to go celebrate. Yeah, that's right. Wish his mom a happy birthday. Love that you're going to go celebrate with her. That is just awesomeness. Anyway, so we were getting ready to make this drive, and we knew we had some other things coming up. And my dog, and he's fine. Let me just show you. Watch him. Hey, Bendito, can you say hi to everybody? No? You're watching out on the lake? Okay, you can keep doing that. Keep us safe. So y'all can see that he is fine. But that dang little dog woke me up at 2:30, sick as a dog. That was yesterday morning?
Yes.
Oh, God, it seems like it was so long ago. So, I mean, and it was bad. He was so sick. From 2:30 on, I couldn't let him out because it was pitch black, dark, and there were bears in the area. In fact, Dan and Tony and Dubs, after y'all left, we found right there outside the campsite where a bear had nested and had gotten into some stuff, and Jana went out and picked it up and everything. But it's like, and they put up new bear sighting signs even after you guys left and everything. So there was no way with it pitch black outside I was going to open the door and let him out. And so I was dealing with that until it got light. And then anyway, y'all know how it is when you have a sick child or a sick adult or a sick dog or a sick pet or animal of any kind. It's just it's heart-wrenching, and I wasn't sure whether or not he was okay. And we were coming here, and I knew a vet here, and so I was like, well, we'll get there, and if I have to take him to a vet, I will. And he got better, and so we went to lunch, and I was going to see how he was doing after lunch. Do you want to tell him what happened during lunch or yesterday, or do you want me to tell him?
You can.
She says you can. So at lunch, Jana's tooth starts falling out of her head.
Well, that was before.
Yeah, so
His hair.
when we came here to hook up my rig, and we were going to drive together into her rig. You want to tell him just a little bit? No, she says no.
No, I will.
Okay, while I take a drink. So anyway, so her tooth didn't start falling out at lunch, but it's been progressing, and I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about that.
For a couple of weeks.
For a couple of weeks,
progressing for a couple of weeks. We were at pizza with Dan and Dubs.
Oh yeah, with Dan and Dubs.
When the first piece of tooth and filling and all that came out, and then it's just slowly, I've had pieces of it coming out. And yesterday I had the bulk before lunch, and we went to lunch. And of course, do y'all eat on just one side of your mouth?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I didn't know I did, but after you said
what
that.
What side of your mouth do you eat on?
Yeah, what side do you eat on?
Left side. So of course now I have a big hole in this tooth, and I've been trying since a couple of weeks ago that I had this eating on this side, but it's so hard. It doesn't even want to swallow right.
Yeah.
And I was telling the dentist this yesterday, or the hygienist or whatever. She's like, I hear that all the time. It's like I was trying to chew over here, but before I had to swallow, it's like I had to move it over here and swallow. Is weird. But so, of course, they're just kind of achy, and I got a big hole in my tooth, and so Deborah's like, well, let's ask this lady if she has a recommendation, if she's from
and
here.
She's not telling you her tooth is cracked in 2 places.
Well, it's broken off.
Yeah.
In the front, all that was broken off, and in the back, part of it was broken off. So I was losing tooth and filling.
Yeah, so we're sitting there, and a big old chunk comes out of her tooth.
So anyway, Deborah asked if she lived there, and she said no. And she's like, well, we was wanting a dentist recommendation. She's like, there's one right next door. So we were going to Walmart, and I said, well, let me just see if I can get an appointment maybe for Thursday or Friday, because we're going to be here for 2 weeks. If I need a crown, then I need to get it, because it usually takes 2 weeks to get the crown made and all that. So we went in, and she said, yep, we can get you in right now. And that was about 1:30 or 2? 2,
yeah.
And we got out of there about close to 5, right?
Yeah.
So
It was pretty crazy.
yeah, but that's it. Oh,
Oh,
they
yeah.
gave me this little bitty thing of
It's a baby chapsticks.
yeah, chapsticks. And they've got it's
It's a $1,200 baby chapsticks.
Collins Dental, 505-425-3331. They're also they're here in Las Vegas, and they're also in Santa Rosa. So my 2-week appointment is going to be in Santa Rosa, so I don't have to drive back here. So
Yeah,
that's
which is great.
super cool. Yeah. So,
Which is great. So
yeah, there is no breeze in here.
No, there's no breeze in here. You want that fan while I...
It's hot.
Well, thank you for doing that so I could cool off for a little bit. I turned my neck fan on while she was talking to you guys. And so anyway, we had that emergency dental visit. And the fact that we got a great dentist for her, great people, great dentist, great skills. And that the receptionist is like, we can see you now. She could tell. She was like, yeah, no, we can see you now. And so we went in and got that done. And then there was something else that happened, but I can't think of what it was. Oh, and then we get back. So Jana's all numb, right? She's like talking like this, except the other side, but I can't talk like that. And we get back, and somebody had taken all of her stuff from our campsite.
Well, it's not a lot.
It's not. She's like, it's less than $100 worth of stuff, and so if it can bless somebody, she's so wonderful. She's like, if it can bless somebody and they needed it, it's less than $100 for me to replace it. It was her propane tank and her chairs, and yeah. But it's just the fact that they came into camp and took it, and that's never a fun thing to deal with, and it happened, she's still numb from the dental stuff, and but
because we were going to Walmart, so I took my chairs out of my floor and my propane tank out.
Yeah,
and just set it next to the
so she could put
table.
Supplies in her truck camper.
Yeah.
And I could ride with her, so I felt bad about that. It's like, so I could ride with her. She did all of that, and we were supposed to go to Walmart, but we ended up going to the dentist instead. And so, but I will tell you that last night, I slept great. Bandit slept great. Jana slept great. And so we got up this morning, and we're headed to Santa Fe. Tony says, geez, that stinks. Hi, Christina, Nomadic Stina. Good to see you. Let's see. Judy says she worked in dental offices for many years. Yeah, it was impressive. They were just so good to her. Don't put your tongue there, and your tongue immediately goes there.
I want to still do it.
And she's still doing
it. The temporary crown is not polished, so it feels rough. And
oh, yeah.
So my tongue's been on.
Yeah, as long as you don't keep picking at it with your finger.
I'm not.
Oh, Zelda is in Albuquerque. Hi, Zelda. Yes, I'm glad he's feeling better too, Sue. Thank you. Hey, Pup Camper 58, Cheryl. Good to see you. So we did that. Hi, Tracy Phillips. Good to see you on
Tracy.
here. Hey, Becky. Hello, Debra. Hello, Jenna. Hi, everyone. Jenna, I sure hope your dental appointment went well. It did. They were so wonderful. And Mama Wonderlust is on. Hi, girl. They were just really, really, really good people, and let me go back with her. And Jenna doesn't like dentists, and so they made her feel at ease, and
Especially after my last dentist.
yeah, especially after the last thing in Mexico, where she thought she was gonna die, literally. All right, so I want to show, maybe before, well, no, let me go ahead and do this. So, y'all see this bill? See how long that bill is? I am finally, thanks to Richard Albert and actually my other friend Judy Abernathy, birthday money, and then it's about we're splitting it about a third, I think, of the way. That on cost, I'm able to get new wheels and tires on my RV, and they don't make these 16.5s anymore. You can get them, like you have to shop around, and you may have to get used ones, and Firestone sometimes carries them, sometimes they don't. Firestone isn't everywhere where we travel. Most Firestones don't have them anymore. It's been about since 2009 since you could get this 16.5-inch size tire that I have. But you guys, today when the guy was looking at my tires and looking at the bolt pattern to see if I could get new wheels, because there was some concern that I might not even be able to match the bolt pattern and get new wheels. And I just thought, I'm always big about have a backup plan for your backup plan. And I told Jenna, I don't have a backup plan for this. If I can't get new wheels and tires, I don't know what I will do. And but they're going to be able to do it. It's about $3,200. It's not cheap. But you guys, these tires have bald spots on them. They have like little balls. Bulbs. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, these tires, I've owned this RV for 3 years, and the person that owned them before that had put new tires on like 3 or 4 years before that. So these tires are like 6 or 7 years old. So I'm really been pushing my luck, and I am just so blessed to be able to get this done. And the appointment is not this Friday, but a week from Friday, and we'll go back to Santa Fe and get that done. But it was a long round trip today, but Jana got her tire fixed, and they another good shop, good people, and so many blessings. But people think you can come out here on the road and live cheaply, and you can, but you also have to be prepared to maintain your house, just like sticks and bricks, or in an apartment you don't have too much maintenance, but apartment living right now is so expensive. It was cheaper, obviously, when I lived in my van. You replace 4 tires. I'm having to replace 7 wheels and 7 tires. And Richard Albert is on here. I don't think Judy is on. But y'all, please give him a huge shout out for my birthday gift that is allowing me to do this. And if Judy shows up before the live stream's over, y'all be sure and thank her too, because between the 3 of us, I'm able to get this done. $3,200 isn't anything to just sneeze at. It's a big chunk, and I can't put it off anymore. I just can't. In fact, so we're driving today, and Jana always follows me. And we're driving today, and she radios me. We travel with radios. And she's like, you need to get off at the next exit. Your tire is wobbling. And I'm like, what? It's been a crazy 48 hours, right? And I'm like, what? And so we get off, and we don't know what's causing it. But I don't have to drive until we go back to Santa Fe Friday week. And hopefully getting the wheels and the tires changed out will take care of the wobble. But it's like, how perfect is that timing? We are heading to Discount Tire in Santa Fe and have to get off the highway because my back wheel is wobbling. But the guy that discount tire. He's like looking at my tires and he's like, "You're not driving on these, are you?" And he's like, "You just drove to get here, right?" And I'm like, "No, I've been driving on it." And he goes, "No, I mean like you're not like going places." I was like, "Yeah, I am, have been, and will." I live in this rig. I reminded him because I'd already told him. And he's like, "Yeah, you don't need to be driving on these tires." So it's a little embarrassing to admit that I've been pushing the envelope like that. But I've done what I could when I could, and it's time now, and I get to get them. And so hopefully she will stay parked here until we go next Friday, and I'll get there. Our appointment is that morning, and nothing will happen between now and then. So that's been our 48 hours. And I'm like, I can't do a video and explain all that. So I'll just go live. And I took pictures and stuff, and I could have done a video, but I just thought it might be more fun to do it live. I have to put my glasses back on to see. Hi, Lorelai. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting it taken care of too, Mama Wonderlust. People's mouths can be so nasty. Did I miss something? Yes, when I thank you for breathing that sigh of relief, Christina. From dental work. Yes. Yeah, Jana says, "Who grows up going, I want to be a dentist when I grow up, and look in people's yucky mouths?"
Yeah, and Judith, she went to school to become a dental hygienist.
Oh, Judith, I didn't know that.
She hated it. That's what she said.
Oh, okay. You and Judy have so much in common.
That's why I said that yesterday.
Yeah.
Like,
who would do that? You and Judy and Judith, Lone Pine and Bishop and dental hygiene. That's amazing. That not so great visit to Algodones. I was afraid I wasn't going to get her back across the border. It was really, really, really bad. Becky says she doesn't relish dental appointments either. I know, Suzette Large. I'm so happy about my my tires. I was tearing up driving home. I just really, really was. Got to keep the wheels under you all for a great friend. Thank you, Richard. Love you. Get new wheels and tires. The cost is the pits, but I'm blessed to have help with that. And Jana gets a patch up, a new. You got a patch up tire and a patch up new tooth.
Yeah.
Thank you, the Dan Van. Yeah, this guy was like, where are you driving to today? And I'm like, well, we're out at Las Vegas at Story Lake. And he just shook his head. He wouldn't even say anything else. And he goes, and then when we were getting ready to leave, he goes, "You be careful coming back." So he really kind of put the fear in me, and we don't know why my tire's wobbling, but hopefully it won't matter. Yes, that's it, Cheryl. We just do the best we can in the moment. And hi Doreen, good to see you. Lisa Ibarra, thank you. I will stay safe. Texas lady, yay. Yeah, I need to get, so Dan was telling me I need a tune-up, and so I'm thinking this winter is when I'll get a tune-up and oil change and everything in Quartzsite at Best Automotive. They've done work for me in the past and have been really good. And I'm thinking they can do a tune-up there, but I'll have to save up again for that. Let's see, and
well, that guy was telling me I needed tires, and I was like, I just had $1,000 tooth.
Well, not only that, so the guy told her, he's like, you're down, your treads are down to 3, 4, and 5, whatever that means. I'm sure it means something to somebody. But I got that saying from my cousin. But she just replaced the turbo last summer, right?
No, January.
In January, yeah. She just replaced the turbo on her engine in January.
Still paying on that.
And she had a $1,200 surprise yesterday for a tooth. And then he's trying to sell her new tires, and she was just like, "It ain't happening today, bud."
Yeah, not today.
She goes, "I appreciate the reading on my tread, but it ain't happening today." Hi, Roylene Snyder. Thank you. So Lorelai says she had 2 blown dualies and was going through mountains and did not.
Wow.
Oh God, Lorelai. So glad you lived to tell about that. So okay, you guys. So I'm fancy free. She said talking about her blown dualies. I don't know if I should share this or not. But I thought I had transmission trouble, and I'm talking about taking Phoenix to Quartzsite back to Best Automotive because they've always done me right. They're good. I've heard different things about them from other people, but they've always done right by me. For example, I'm going to go ahead and tell this story. Maybe Jana's looking at me like,
I don't know what story
I know
it is.
she doesn't know, and so she's looking at me in horror, like, oh my God, what is she fixing to say on live TV? I mean, live YouTube. So, I don't remember when this was. It was a pre-RTR, so it might have been way back in 2016 or something. I don't know. I have a video on it. But I thought the transmission had gone out on Fancy Free, my van. And I was parked way out in the boonies. And I had to drive in first gear all the way to town. And that's when I met Northwest Van Man, not Brian Adventure Van Man, but Northwest Van Man Paul. Anyway, drove in first gear all the way to town and felt really blessed to be able to get the van to town. I was parked out past the points in Ehrenberg, just out. And got there to Best Automotive in Quartzsite, and the guy immediately knew. I don't know how he knew. The owner came out and he just listened to it, and he goes, "You need to take her steering wheel off." And I'm not a mechanic. I don't know anything, but it was something in the steering column had come loose, or anyway, something. And when I went to do, because I don't know things, when I went to do my video, when it first came out, I named it Blown Tranny. I didn't know that that's not a good term. I just meant my transmission. And anyway, I got a strike from YouTube, and everybody was like,
you telling me that story.
yeah,
But
and everybody was like, "You can't say that. Take that video down." And I didn't get it at first anyway, but it turns out it wasn't even the transmission, and nothing was blown. Anyway, you learn the hard way sometimes, I guess.
you might get a strike on this one too.
I might get a strike on this one too. That's okay. So Becky, yeah. Oh, Wade, thank you for asking that and for looking out for me. Yes, and that I'm getting new wheels too, and that's the reason that we had to drive to Santa Fe today. And it turns out Jana needed her tire fixed too because of the nail in her tire. But I had to go today for them to match the bolt pattern. I have an 8-bolt pattern and a something circumference on the middle, off-centered whole thing. I don't know. Anyway, it probably has it on that receipt. But yes, I'm having to get 7 new wheels and 6. Yes, 7 new wheels and 7 new tires. Now for the spare, of course we didn't get the nice wheels. Was so blessed. There's everything he went to look at, no longer available. So it was looking like for a while I wasn't going to be able to find wheels to match, because she's a 1984 and she's very old, but they did. It's a G30, so he was very hopeful, even though she's a 1984. But there were only 3 or 4 to choose from, and I didn't go with the cheapest because it was he said it would flake, start peeling after 2 or 3 years, and for $40 more each, I went with the next one up, not the most expensive, just the next one up. It's polished aluminum that won't peel, and that's for the outside 4. For the inside 2 dualies, it's just a plain wheel. But and believe it or not, that's the 2 that he had the most trouble finding. He had to try several vendors before he could find wheels for the inside dualies. So I'm just really blessed that it's working out, and that I'm getting it done, because from here to keep 16-inch tires on her, will be much easier. And there was something else I learned today about the tires and wheels, but I don't remember. Oh, and new lug nuts for it all. They're not going to use the.
I was going to ask you.
I think I think it's on there.
I was like,
let me look at this long piece of paper.
Lug nuts are nasty looking.
Yeah, they're awful.
Well, you don't want them on those nice, beautiful.
Oh, I know. It's going to be so pretty.
Silver.
Yeah, I got silver. My only choices were silver or black, and I got silver. Hardware lug kit. Yeah, just the lug kits for 7 tires, $214. I don't think that's $214 each. That's crazy.
$2.14.
No, $214 each. That must be the wheel.
Yeah.
No, up here's the wheel.
Well,
I don't know how to read this. I don't know what I'm reading. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I don't know. I don't know what. Oh no, here's lugs. I think are 65. Isn't that what that bottom one is right there? I think. But anyway, yeah, he's like, we'll probably have to break a bunch of your lug nut bolt things. Just to get the wheels off, because he looked at it. He just kept shaking his head. He was just floored. He's like, you really shouldn't be driving this. I was just like, oh my God, it was embarrassing. Hi, Nooks and Crannies, good to see you.
$65 for the lug kit.
Yeah, I think it's 65 for the lug nuts. Does that sound right to you people that are on here that are mechanics?
Yeah, because it says 14 times $1.50, but you have more than 14 lug nuts.
Oh yeah, I have 8 on each each wheel, and there's
16.
6 wheels, so whatever 6 times 8 is.
Well, no, you only have four sides.
Oh, so there's not lug nuts on the inside dualies? Okay, so 4 times 8.
Yeah.
32. So anyway, so Cheryl is asking me if, let's see, so Tony says she had to replace both lines on her turbo when she was in Utah. No, she didn't have to replace
No,
it.
Tony did.
Yeah, Tony had to replace lines. But Frugal didn't have to replace lines. She had to replace the whole damn turbo. It's like the turbocharger, everything. It was very, 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 very expensive. Let's see. Best Automotive is, I don't remember it being a blue building. It is as you're going toward Parker on the right. That's as much as I can tell you right now off the top of my head.
I remember a ramp when you're walking it.
Yeah, it has a ramp to the door because his wife needed it for a while. So, oh yes, thank you everybody. Oh yeah, only half of you have given a thumbs up, and that really does help me. And please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and to Frugal RV Gal, my partner in crime. Thank you for remembering that, Judy. I really appreciate that. And Tracy says silver would be their choice also. Yeah, it was silver or black. And at least right now I've got white and black, and I've got, and then one, I don't know what one of them is. It when you scrape it, like if I were to try to clean it, and I did buy some stuff one time and was going to try to clean them because they're so nasty, it just couldn't happen. But it looks like it may even have some gold underneath there. It's kind of weird. Is it by Sunset Grill? I don't know, you guys. You'll have to Google Best Automotive. And again, I will tell you that I've gotten different people saying different things about them. They're not the most pleasant people sometimes to talk to. It depends. And they're very busy and they're always in a hurry. But I haven't found for me that they rush through the automotive work. They just don't want to. They don't want to talk. They want people in and out. And so if you can make an appointment for further out, that's usually good. But like I said, every time I've gone there, they have taken really good care of me and have been very fair. And I've just really appreciated them. Let's see. So see, there's Cheryl saying something negative about them. The app, that's them. They did work for me. I don't understand.
No,
Oh, it isn't negative. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Ignore me. Yeah, you'll ignore me. Come on my live stream and ignore me. Okay, Cheryl, let me see if I can read this. The app, that's them. They did work for me. They replaced my front bearings on my truck, and I always have them do oil changes. Yay. They're, yes, very fair. I don't know why I thought it was negative. They're very fair with their prices and good people. Thank you, Cheryl. So there's a second confirmation of that. But like I said, I have had people that are like, oh, I would never go there. And I when I ask why, and I don't know, people aren't really... people aren't really able to say why, and I suspect it's because they don't have the best bedside manner, but I don't care about that as long as they give me a fair price and do good work. Jana, would you get a turbo 6 tires or 4 in gas or diesel?
Would you get a turbo 6 tires?
I'm reading is why I'm looking at the camera like I am, y'all. Sorry. I guess she means on a new rig. Judith, are you getting a new rig? You're trading in your Airstream? Or are you going to pull it with something different? Inquiring minds want to know, Judith, what you're up to. So do you want to answer that?
Oh.
She has a turbo diesel. She has turbo squared diesel. Because she paid for that turbo twice.
True.
And it's not cheap, you guys. Makes my tire and wheel expense look cheap.
Yeah, that was pennies.
Yeah, it makes mine look like pennies on the dollar compared to what she had to do for her turbo. Okay, you want to? There you go. I'm gonna drink.
I would buy the vehicle for what you want to use it for. So, if you're pulling a travel trailer like your Airstream, yeah, I wouldn't go as heavy as. I bought my camper and then I bought my truck. So that goes to, I could have done it backwards, which would have been wrong. I would have bought the truck and then I would have had to have a smaller camper but I wanted this camper or one like it that's that big. And so I bought it first and then I went to find the truck that would haul the camper. So depends. You don't want to, if you're wanting a big camper, buy the camper first, then buy the vehicle to haul it. If it doesn't matter, if you want something like Joan doesn't need a huge ass truck.
Joan has a small truck and a small camper.
Right. So I wouldn't buy overkill. So.
Yeah. Does that help, Judith? Did
Yeah.
that answer your question, sweetheart? Anybody else have any questions like that? And Cheryl, Pup Camper 58, thank you again for sharing that about Best Automotive. I really appreciate that. Like Living Bee says she's thumbs up number 47. Well, thank you all very much. Okay, so I want to read from. I want to read from my book. And
read from the recipe book?
Not from the recipe book, and this has a not for resale across it because it's my author promo copy that I get ahead of time for approval. But just want to remind y'all the recipe book is available in hardback and digital. And so if you want, not hardback, paperback and digital. So if you want that, be sure. The Dan Van has a recipe in here. Frugal has a recipe in here. Joan Rock Pringle has a recipe in here. Who else on here? Nooks and Crannies. That's right, yeah. Darling. Mexican corn salad.
Let me see.
Yeah, we're going to find it. We're going to show y'all. Linda says she bought the Kindle version. Did you get it as a pre-order when it was only 99 cents, Linda? I hope so. That would be awesomeness. And so y'all know, I just finished writing my third book in the trilogy. This was the first one, Keep on Keeping On. No Matter What is the third one. And it right now, no matter what, is half off digital on Amazon. Good. Suzette Large got the 99-cent Kindle pre-order. Also good for the recipe book. So this is a pre-order Kindle, $2.99, half off right now, and the paperback will be available September 17th. And I'm going to read from it here in a minute. And I want to do a contest, and I don't know what I want to do, but I want to give away this book. I'm lost because I realize I don't know how I want to give it away. I want to give somebody a digital version once we Sally Force said, had a phone call. What did I miss? JK, you're so funny. Love you, Sally. And I want to give away a digital version or even a paperback. I don't know, but I want to give this away. I'm going to read from it in a minute, and maybe then I'll ask a question. I don't know. I got to be thinking about that. Okay, did you find the Mexican street? Here, there.
There it is, Nooks and Crannies recipe.
That's it right there, Nooks and Crannies. And there's 15 culinary contributors.
Yeah.
Show them that page of the names. Oh, that one doesn't have it.
That's
was
the very
first proof.
And then it got revised to include. So if you got the digital and if you get the paperback, in the front it will have everybody's culinary
contributors.
Contributors will be
yes.
before. So I was having a hard time. I was like, dang, I wish this one had it in there so I could find it. So yeah, it has all the people listed in the front. So this was the first original paperback, and there's a new revised copy. So when you buy it in the paperback, or if you bought it by the Kindle, it has that page in it.
Yeah.
Deborah's looking for something.
I know. I'm looking for what I want to read. I started this contest. Sorry. Thank you, Jana. I started this contest, and I don't even know how I want to give a book away. Judith says, yes, it answered my question. She wants a longer Airstream, and has in the back of her truck, in mind, a new truck. Awesomeness. Nooks and Crannies says, how can I get a signed copy? You have the PDF. Would love to have everyone that's in it sign their recipe. Oh, I don't know how you would do that, Nooks and Crannies. You'd have to contact each person and mail it to them, I guess, and then they'll mail it back to you. I am sending anybody that has a recipe in there. I am giving you your choice of digital or paperback. If you want paperback, Jana and I, Frugal RV Gal and I, will sign it and send it to you. So, Nooks and Crannies, you are getting a recipe book, and I can send you paperback. I don't have my shipment yet because I did do that change and added to it, and then we moved camp. So I don't have mine yet to send out paper books to the culinary contributors yet, but when they're coming, and when I have them, I'll be happy to send that to you. Frugal and I can sign it, but if you want everybody else to sign it, you're gonna have to contact them and see how to get that done. Let's see. I don't know. Do y'all even is anybody interested in a contest to win this book? Y'all may be like, I'm not interested. Let's see.
Yes.
Yes, they said yes. Janice is interested. Yes, Nooks and Crannies. Yes. I hope you can make it to KOKO Fest. Let's see. Okay. All right. I got to figure out what I want to read.
Well, I just finished book 3, so now I'm like.
I know it's hard to remember what's in book 2 because I just finished book 3, and Jana's saying the same thing. so here we go.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to read you. Lisa says she's really looking forward to November. So I'm going to read you something, and then I'm going to ask you who or what you think I just read about. So here we go. I love him. Hope reached up slowly to give him a hug. Cat was impressed when Key closed his eyes.
Does this say sex scene?
No, I'm not reading the sex scenes tonight.
Uh-oh.
Cat was impressed when Key closed his eyes and leaned into her. Wow, I've never seen him do that. From what I hear, he doesn't let people get close to him very often. Oh gosh. When they got in the house, Hope was anxious to see and pet Sammy, but she had to wait in line. Her dogs were tired from the long day, but they came alive when they saw Sammy. The three of them ran in circles, played and sniffed each other for a good 10 minutes. I see where I rank. Hope got down on the floor to wait them out. As she did, Cat went to the kitchen and got some wine. When she came back, as was expected, Hope was underneath 3 balls of fur and loving every minute of it. So here's my question to you guys, and the first person to answer it will get either a paperback or a digital, whichever you want, when it becomes available after September 17th on the day of release. What animal was Key that I just read about?
Read it again?
Read it again? Were you paying attention?
I know.
The Dan Van says that must be me. Actually, Dan, you are in here. You are Dan. And I can't give anything away about that right now because I can't. Could I say what Dan's role is in here? I can't think. I'm trying to think if it spoils anything for book 3. I don't think it does.
I don't know.
Dan's
in book 2.
But Dan's in book 2.
2.
You want me to leave it at that? He's in book 2 and book 3, but you want me to leave it at that and not say what he is?
No, you can't.
Okay, so Dan is a business manager. I'll just leave it at that. Dan is a business manager in book 2. So there you go. Nope, Linda. Nope, Lorelei. Oh yeah, Lorelei. Tonight's a blue moon. Cody Hobson's on here. That's my nephew. Cody and Elizabeth are on here. I missed it. I missed it.
He just said that.
Oh, you have a good
camping recipe for your next
Ooh.
Blackstone tortilla pizza.
Ooh, that sounds really good. I love you guys so much. Our neighbors just left. They just got here. They must have been day camping.
They're not day camping.
What were they doing? Nooking? Were they canoodling over there?
I think they were meeting.
Oh, clandestine affair we've been witnessing. Woo!
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
A work truck.
Work truck.
Nice
and he wasn't working. Well, he
yeah.
might have been working. We don't know.
I think they just came for the afternoon delight.
I know, afternoon delight. That let's see. All right. Let me catch up. Cat, dog, no. The Dan Van. Nomadic Stina. Yes, it is a horse. Key is a horse. And so, shoot, I lost my place. I was going to read you. Oh my goodness. Where did I forgot where I read from.
I need to write that down. So.
We got a Nomad. Christina, let me know if you want a digital version on Kindle or if you want paperback, sweetheart. And Randy's in here too. I forgot about that. Let me see if I can find something else to read about Key. That I really wanted to. Let's see. Oh, I can't read that part. That's a spoiler that you don't find out till toward the end of the book. So I can't read that part. Let's see. Christina, she already ordered the digital. And thank you to everybody that does pre-orders when I announce them, because that helps an author on Amazon immensely. The more pre-orders and the more written reviews that I get, the higher in ranking I move on Amazon. And so when somebody's looking for books to read, they recommend it. And so if you can do a pre-order or leave a written review, not just a, how you rate it, but a written review, that really does help. And thank you. And I know that wasn't really the meat of the book right there, but I thought that would be fun because you guys know Sammy, and I threw in the horse, and it's really an integral part of book 2 and moving.
In the book?
Sammy's in the book. Sammy Josephine. Bandit is not in the book because it's right now it's my older dogs that I started off traveling with, Nani and Bentley.
Alert right there.
That Bandit's not in the book? Is it? Because people aren't going to read to see if he's in the book.
No.
So I hope I didn't. I didn't spoil anything. So Randy and Dan's in it, and a horse named Key. Sammy. Anyway, so Sammy's looking at me like, why do you keep saying my name?
Sammy's in a book.
So book 3 is I am thrilled about book 3 and the way the trilogy wraps up and what happens and who gets with who and who does what and all of that.
And who doesn't get with who.
And who doesn't get with who. And it's a fun trilogy. So anyway, I'm excited to send that to you. Yes, I want to see the Blue Moon too. Let's see. Lorelei guessed a bird. That would have been a good guess. Jana used to raise birds. So, oh, y'all are funny. I love it. And I love writing. I got to get started on my next book, and I will do that. So I don't know. Jana, did you want to go live tonight and tell them anything? No, you're done for the day. It's been a long 48 hours, let me tell you. So Jana had thought she might go live and wrap up her. If y'all haven't been to her channel and have seen how she did at 7+ meals, probably more like 10, 12, 14 meals for $30. She shares with you the groceries, the prices of each, the ingredients, and how she makes each, and it's a great series. And so if y'all haven't gone to her channel, Frugal RV Gal, and watch that, please do. And then, of course, the Dan Van, C-Dub's Journey, Trekking with Tony, and Travels with Dottie are putting out videos of our time together. So what else, you guys, before we hang up tonight? Lisa says she needs to see the breakfast one. Thank you all for the yummy recipes, Jana. So anything else? How long have we been on here? I keep switching.
30 minutes.
Tracy says 62.
You started at 4:30.
It says I've been on live for 62 minutes.
What did I say?
30 minutes.
Oh, an hour.
30 minutes times 2.
Yes.
Okay.
An hour.
I love it.
30 minutes.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Tracy, very much. And really appreciate everyone showing up tonight. Just really didn't get a chance to get a video out and just wanted to share this last 48 hours with you. You can't make that shit up. I mean, it just happens on the road. And so we're going to chillax till I'll have my FNL, so you guys be sure and come on and watch for that. And thank you all for the new subscriptions, and be sure that you catch up on everybody's channel when you can. And, oh, Judy, that's so sweet. She says it just seems like 30 minutes. That's so sweet. Anyway, I love you guys, and thank you for the subscriptions, for subscribing to my channel, for the likes, and especially thank you for buying my books and for reading them and giving me feedback on them. I really, really appreciate that. And we'll see you down the road, everybody. I see some new comments. Everybody saying good night. Nifty Neato, see you down the road. Frugal fried rice, and have a great night, everybody. Richard, thank you again, sweetheart. I love you guys. Keep on keeping on. Bye.